Alright, so our target is writing. I can write my letter sounds.
I can write my letter sounds.
Okay, so the first thing we do when we write is sometimes we get to brainstorm and we get to draw a picture. Say, draw a picture. Touch your nose if you remember the name of the person that draws the pictures for the books. Oh, you're close! The author writes the words. The author writes the words. A-U-T-H-O-R. The author writes the words. Yeah! You're the author because you're writing the words when you go to write in your journals. The name of the person that illustrates the pictures is called the illustrator. Everybody go like this. Illustrator draws the pictures. So if I look at your journal, Marat, and I see your pictures that you drew and I see your writing, that means you are the author and you are the illustrator because you're drawing both. But sometimes when we pick a book, there's only one author and there's only one illustrator. Sometimes they're different people. So, let me see. You saw some pictures of what I did last night, right? What did I do? Playing. What were we playing in? Leaves. So guess what my picture needs to look like? Was there just one leaf or was it like a big pile or a heap of leaves? So guess what I draw first? What should I draw first?
Leaves, green leaves.
Wow, they're kind of brown. I don't have pretty colors like you do. They're kind of brown because they're crunchy and falling off the trees. So I'm going to put a pile of leaves on the ground, a whole bunch of them, and I'm going to put some up here. Because the funness that you did not see was that every time we ran through the leaves, we throw them up in the air. So I want my picture to match what I was doing, and then I want my words to match my picture. Just like when we read a book, we would be very confused if the pictures did not look like what we were reading. It's not going to make sense. Okay? So I need my pictures to match my words. I write letters. Letters come together and they make a word. Words come together and they make a sentence. You already know that, right? If you knew that, could you bring one time? Okay. Are you going to help me?
Yeah.
I need to see some helpers looking at the board, seeing what I'm drawing, so you can help me with my sentence. Okay, so this was last night, right? Before it got dark, and they're just everywhere. Okay, so that's my picture. I could draw a label so people know what I'm writing about. Okay. And then, Hope, you were my helper. What did you see that I did last night? I was playing leaves, but I have to do a whole sentence. It has to be a complete thought. I was playing in the leaves, right? And some of those are sight words. Everybody point to where our sight words go. Dun, 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 dun. We learn them, we write them, and then we point at them on our board so we know exactly where they are when we need them. All right, point to Miss Agresti. So when I'm writing, am I allowed to use those words up there?
Yes.
Yes, but am I supposed to just write the words, all the words? Is it going to look right if I have my picture of me playing in the leaves and I just wrote A, can, will, see, do, was? Does that make sense?
No.
No, so I only use that as a resource if I'm using the word. And I is a sight word on the word, and I can see it from here because I is a king. It's capital, and it's the very first letter in my sentence. So I'm going to start with a very, very big capital I that goes top to bottom. And then I make sure my finger can fit in between my words. Was one of our sight words too. Wasn't it one of our sight words? Those are tricky. That's why we practice them, because they're not always what they sound like. But was. I know what it starts with. I can hear it. Thumbs up if you know what letter it starts with.
What W?
Oh, we don't yell it. We just give a thumbs up. But thank you, sir. Was. So then I know I can look under the W and hot dog. Do you see it? There it is. Can you help me spell the word was? W-A-S. Wait a minute. Should I write it right on top of the I? No, just need a little space. Oh, should it be capital W or lowercase baby W? I like how he's doing the sign. Thank you. Lowercase baby W. Okay. Was. It's hard to write and hold the camera. What comes next? What comes next? S. That's why we practice that word, because if we were going to do the letter sounds for it, it would be like as. I was playing in the leaves. Do we say it like that? No. So the word is was. Now, not every word I use is going to be on the word wall. So what do I do? Where do I get all those words?
From your brain.
Oh. Kiss your brain if you knew that, and you don't ask a teacher to spell the word. So if you ask the teacher or mommy or daddy to spell a word, your brain is not getting stronger. Oh, I like that muscle. Okay, ready? So I was, what's that word? Playing. How do I know what letter sounds to write? What do we do?
Stretch it.
We stretch it out. Thank you. You're such a good listener. Kiss your ears. Okay, so I can stretch it like this. Can you do this with me? Pull, ing, playing. And then I go sound for sound, and I write the sounds that I hear. Some of them are going to be tricky, so I'll help you out on this one, okay? Because this is what we do when we're at our seats. This is what we do when Miss Agresti says, write me something to go with your picture. Write to tell me anything you want to tell me. This is what you do to get your message out. Because when I open a book, I need to see pictures and I need to see words. What's the most important part?
Words.
The words, because I'm reading it. So we have to make sure we work really, really hard on our words so that people can read our story. If you can hear me, clap 2 times. If you can hear me, say, I'm listening.
I'm listening.
Okay, show me how you're listening. Our word was playing. Ready? Stretch it. Pull. Oh, wait. We're stopping. Pull. What do you hear? Oh, I hear P in another letter. It's called a blend. They're blending together. P what?
L.
P-L. We put P-L in the blender for pull. Oh, wait. You're ready? Pull. A. What letter says that?
A.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm just writing the letter sounds that I hear. Play. Well, why? Because you know that, but sometimes you don't always hear it. Now, this is tricky. This is the word play, and I kind of put my L too close to my P. Oops. But 3 letters make an ending for ing. So I'm just going to write it up there so you see it. If you write it, amazing. Are you going to write it every time? Probably not. So let me see what I have. I'm going to read it back to myself. Read it with me. I was playing. Uh-oh. Am I finished? No. Uh-oh. I need to finish the sentence because it's not telling me what I'm playing with, right? I was playing in. I need another word. That's one of our word wall words, right? All right, let's spell it. How do we spell the? T-H-E. In the. Okay, I'm finished.
No.
Oh, why not?
Let's spell leaves.
Oh, that's one I can stretch out, right? All right, ready? Get your rubber bands ready. Get your muscles ready. Oh, what's the first sound?
L.
So what's the first? The sound is L. The letter is L. So I write L. And I actually had it up in my label. Ready? Let's go back to stretch. L. What letter do you hear?
E.
So guess what letter I write? E. And you know what? You will learn this later. That every word has a vowel. At least one. This word is going to have two. I don't hear the next one, but I know it's there. So I'm going to write it for you. And the secret letter that's quiet is an A. You don't hear A's. You don't hear that, right? But it's there. The A makes E say his name. Ready? We're not done stretching. We're almost done. I see some wiggle worms. I don't need any wiggly worms. Let's finish stretching the word out. I want to know what comes after A. Ready? O, E,
V.
Okay. Leaves.
S.
S. It just sounds like an S.
E.
But if I know it, then I write it. I've seen this word a lot of times, especially in fall books. And I know an E goes at the end. But do you hear the E? No, I don't hear the E at the end. Everybody say the word leaves.
Leaves.
I just hear the snake sound at the end. I don't hear an E. So if you leave an E off, is it okay? Yes, because I just want you to write what you hear. Because then when you look back at your page, you can read it back to me. I'm going to put an E, yes, because I know it goes there. Now I'm finished. Thumbs up if it looks good. Is there anything else I need?
No.
I do need something. It's the end of the sentence. What do I put?
Dot.
A dot. Well, you can call it a stop dot or you can call it a period. That tells me it's the end of the sentence. And I make it nice and small, the very end, the very bottom. I know you're not going to believe this, but guess what? Teachers make mistakes. Did you know that?
No.
What?
Yes.
Everybody makes mistakes, right?
Right.
Colton, are you with me, bud? Everybody makes mistakes. Show me you're listening. This is very, very, very important. I love how you're looking at me and showing me that you're listening. Everybody makes mistakes. It's okay. You just go back and fix them. But the only way I'm going to know if I made a mistake is if I go back to check my work. If I don't check my work, then I don't know if I made a mistake, and then I can't fix it. And then my teacher can't read it, and then my mommy and daddy can't read it. So we always go back to reread what we wrote. Are you ready?
Yes.
And when I do it, I touch my words. I was playing in the leaves. Okay, well, that sounds pretty much right. That's what we meant to draw with our picture, and that's the sentence that we were trying to do, right?
Right.
Okay. So if you're at home and you're having a hard time, you can practice writing just like that. And another trick to help you is to write lines underneath it to help you remember how many words you said. So if I wanted to write my sentence, I would count my words. I was playing in the leaves. Count it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4.
6.
How many words do we have?
6.
6. So if I were to write that sentence at home and I need to remember it in my brain, I would draw 6 lines. So if I wanted to say something else about it, and I want to say, it was fun, say that with me. It was fun. How many words is that? 3. So I would draw 1, 2, 3 lines. And then I know I need how many words? 3. I was playing in the leaves. It was fun. So that's a little trick to help you remember what you're writing, because that does happen to us, right? Thumbs up if you've ever forgotten what you were working on. If you forget, just have a parent or you draw your lines so that you know what you're focusing on. Now, does my sentences match my picture? Yes, they go together. Some of you, I think, forget about your picture, and then you go to write, and it's a picture of you reading a book, but you're telling me you're swimming in a pool. It doesn't make sense. They both need a match, kind of like a connection. They go together. All right, do we understand how to stretch our words out?
Yes.
Do we understand how to try to be authors and illustrators?
Yes.
All right, thumbs up if you're going to practice this when you go to write. 2 thumbs up if you're going to try to practice it out. Well, some people are. Oh, that's just making... You know what's smiling inside of me? You can't see it. Yes. My heart. I think